Tough. This is a hard one because we'll take the pictures later. Dad loved St. Joseph by the Sea. Quick side story on Dad, what you heard. He retired from the police department. He did not want to retire from the police department. I think most of his close friends know that. And also, I would be remiss not to acknowledge our family. His brother and his best friend, my Uncle Tommy Watson in the back. Uncle Tom, please stand up. Linny and Carl Schlittinger in the back. Also close friends of the family. And my Aunt Laura, my cousin James, and Megan, and of course, the light of his life, my sister, Betsy Watson. So real quick, Dad was working, was not going to retire. He thought he was going to be 65 and, he'll take the police department and he'll live life. Because he liked the police department. And he also liked the reserves. But then he ends up retiring because of the things that were going on in the early 90s. Didn't like what he was seeing, so he got out of the job. And then started going to teaching. And was teaching in Brownsville. Was doing GED program. And he loved it. It was work. It was hard work, but he loved it. And then I was teaching at C. And I have some of my old football players in here. Mr. Rapacciolo, the Honorable Joe Reilly is in here as well, former players of mine. And I got Father Garisto walked up to me, and Father Garisto's way, hey, what's your dad doing? I said, what do you mean, what my dad doing? What's he doing? What are you getting at? Does he want a job? I said, doing what, security or something like that? What do you need him to do? Well, no, he's teaching social studies, right? He has a certificate. I said, yeah. Does he want a job? I don't know, I'll call him up and I'll ask him. Dad put his resignation paper in that afternoon, and the rest is history. Dad loved St. Joseph by the Sea. He loved the Catholic education. He believed in it. He believed in the Sacred Heart. He believed in his family. He believed in his faith. He believed in this lovely lady standing next to you right now. They embodied the Catholic lifestyle. Dad was just so happy. The big thing for Dad, come on over. The big thing for Dad, and I don't know if I'm going to cause a little feedback, but the people in this part of the room here, got Bobby Richards in the back, we have some of the staff in the back, we have staff over here. This is what Dad loved, not just the students. Not just the students, oh, he loved the students. Quick note, he would leave his grandchildren to go to St. Joseph by the Sea events. He would say, I'm not feeling too well, I'm going to go home. And then we'd catch pictures of him at a football game, sitting next to his other buddy, Father Reilly. And he loved that. And I've heard this people talking about this all night, how great C is, about C alumni, and all the great things that C offers. Dad wasn't alumni. Dad wasn't alumni. But he embodied everything that C loved and gives to its students and to its staff. And I'll just quickly wrap up, but the reason why I come to this end of the room is because this was the stuff he was always worried about. I get that phone call at 11 o'clock at night sometimes, and he'd say, hey, listen, this is going on over here at C, because I knew the people, so we had something to talk about. And everything that he talked about was of caring, of worry, and just, you could feel the love through the phone of how much he cared about you people. So I really wanted to make sure, I didn't mean to take this away from my mother, but I wanted to make sure that you understood that, because we'll probably never see each other again. No, this is how it goes. Dad is no longer, but his spirit lives on. Just remember, if we do see each other, just remember what Dad stood. But if we don't see each other, that's okay too. Because just remember what Dad stood for and what Dad loved about St. Joseph by the Sea. And I charge you with that to keep passing that on and pushing it forward to the future distinguished students of St. Joseph by the Sea. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.